Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. The Scarlet Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him. Sometimes you play zone. Mix it up. Give different looks because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got room to work. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's sapped. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Daly. Quick strike complete. There he goes. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. And the Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line. He'll pull it on the read. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They're going to go to the air on third and short. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Here comes the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Makes the grab. It's Wall. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Back to pass. It's sacked. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to ride this running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. It's caught. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Going right to work up top. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. He's in open space downfield. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. The Scarlet Knights are in the hurry-up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. Fights off the defender. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Sapp. Zings it complete to the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the 1st quarter. They'll go back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. He's got the back in the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Got his man. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the RPO, complete. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking downfield, it's Sapp. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw again. Looking for the goal line. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. He'll throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Orji. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And here comes the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Makes the catch. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Oh, he makes the catch. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Trying play action. Right down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, it's Daly. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The give to the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's a draw. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Sapp. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Under fire. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game, and you know, back in the day you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 13 over Tennessee. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. And that one's incomplete. The Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Bringing the heat. It's complete to the right. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Makes the grab. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Sapp. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he missed it. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On target. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The quick out. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Dead center perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
To throw, it's Daly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. On the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They punted away on 4th down. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got his man to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throwing right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Wants to throw again. Firing to the right, complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
The Scarlet Knights in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Dropping back, it's Daly. Makes the grab down the middle. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Nestled just inside that right upright. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out of the gun, the inside give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense set for a first down play. Looking downfield on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Dropping back, it's sacked. He wants it all. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And that one will put him up here in the second half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll try the left side. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Scarlet Knights want to pick up the tempo. Handoff from the gun. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Scarlet Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Daly. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The Wolfpack line up facing third and approximately half a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll just throw it away and it'll be fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking for a man. It's Daly. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense, quick tempo.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Kennesaw State.
Complete in the middle.
We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Daly. Wide open downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Scarlet Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable. There he goes. Oh, spins away. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Scarlet Knights are on the move.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And those 2 couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. To the air. It's sacked. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Here's the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Punch it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Wants to throw. It's Daly. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Rutgers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Motion from the wideout. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Dropping back, it's sacked. Here's a heat. On the run, fires downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Wall. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Rides to back and leaves it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And they can't make the connection on third down. The Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the right. Throws it in. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Looking for a man. It's Sapp. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. To the air on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. One-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, David.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The field goal is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass, it's Sapp. Here's the pressure. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Gotta find a completion on this one. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's